What's going on, guys? Well, check it out. I have almost finished the tow truck project. First, let me show you what came in the mail today. New shocks for this bad boy. I can't handle that beeble bobbling stuff. So we are going to install them shocks. I'm going to show you how I set them up. I've done this in a few videos. But I like these shocks so much for $20 on Amazon. I've had so many shocks I've tried. They all suck compared to Desert Lizard. Those are my favorite. I like the slow movement I get when I set them up the way I set them up. These are the first ones I found that can compare. They don't look the same, but they work the same. So we are going to put those on here. We're going to get rid of that whole beeble bobble. So there's that. And also this came in today. I ordered me one of these things. I've had one before and I gave it away on a trade. And it wasn't that good anyway. This one's pretty good for 11 bucks, I think I paid. You get the stand. You had to put it all together yourself, but it's got magnet strip you stick on over here. It comes with this little screw tray that has a magnet pad you put in there. Stick it down yourself. It had 4 little circles that came with it to stick on here. But when you put these sticky pads up here, if you can see that it's got the black sticker up here too. When you stick them on, you punch these out, and it had 4 of the bigger circles that I punched out, so I went ahead and used those on the bottom. So there's that. She spins, goes up and down. You can tighten it, but it takes quite a bit to go all the way up or all the way down, so you can sit here and spin it a little bit to look at stuff. And yes, you might notice the back looks different now. But first, before we go to the back, check it out. Put the D-rings on the front, and in order to do that, the bumper itself has a big opening, a groove right there, but there's nowhere to really mount the other side of a D-ring connector, whatever you call that. So what I did, I took a zip tie that was the proper size through the back, looped it around the pin here, put it back through, zip tied it on the back to where the only thing holding that in there, the zip tie part, is this pin. If you pull this pin out, that zip tie is going to just fall out the back. But since it's the head of the zip tie is bigger than the opening, you can't come through. Now, if I was to try to pull this up out of a canyon or something, it might pull them out of there, but for looks, it's fine. So now I know you see the lights up top as well. I got these babies mounted to the bumper, but I did not hide the wire just yet. I'm planning on drilling the hole and run it underneath there. I just haven't done that yet. But I'm going to plug the battery in and we'll show you how them look here in just a second. I didn't run the back ones yet, but we are going to connect these in the back. So let's go ahead and show you the back. Here's what we're waiting on. As you can see, the boom has arrived, which it did that the other day. I think I told you. To mount it, it has a threaded spot on the bottom on each side. So I drilled a hole through the bed for each spot and put a screw through there. And I didn't put it all the way at the bottom either. I stuck it up in the air. You know, that way there's room for adjustments and stuff. Stuff can go under it. And up here, that way, the motor, oops, why am I using that when I got this? See up here, there's 3 screws you can take out right here. And this bottom plate that the winch is screwed to, it just comes up out of there and you can mount the winch, do all that while it's not on the truck, and then you just put it over here and screw it back down. The boom will stay mounted in the truck. That's awesome. And like I said, it's also up in the air. It's probably in the air, you know, 3/8 of an inch, so that the screws that go through here and everything are not hitting anything. So it works out really good. Now, right here, I don't know if we can see it or not. Let me get zoomed down. On the plastic of the bed, I had to Dremel tool and grind the plastic out because the motor was hitting just enough, and the positive wire was down there. You really can't see it because of the jack, but right where that positive wire was, there wasn't enough room for it. So we did a little Dremel tool stuff, and we're good to go. Now, we are going to test that out here in just a few minutes. As far as the accessories go, we got our jack. We put the jack here. It's just hot glued at the time being, but we are going to run a zip tie. I guess a couple of holes and zip tie around it, maybe there and back here. The wires for the winch, they run along here with a big sleeve over it, and they come out the bottom of the bed where I drilled a hole, but I put this strap, it's just sitting there right now. It's not attached or glued down. It's just a tow strap that's hiding the wire in there. Okay, and then you can see down there on the floor, you can barely see it, but I got a grinder and a drill down there on the floor, which I'm over here messing everything up. They have a cord on them and everything that I made. And then we got the gas can. So now, this toolbox right here, I did glue that in with some hot glue at the bottom, but it can still be open, and there's a couple screwdrivers in there on the top. I glued the drawers shut just a little bit with some hot glue because I don't want them falling out and losing them. There's really nothing in them right now. So now, on this side, we got my lunchbox. And then we got a bucket with a bong. That's right. 5-gallon bucket with the water bong in there. In case he breaks down or he has an emergency, you got to have your necessities. So now, back here we got our diesel can. We got a milk crate. These are not attached either. Now this milk can, or the cans are not really attached. I haven't really got that far. These won't fall out because it only come out if I move the winch cable, and then I can pull it out of there. But until then, she just kind of is in there. Once they're in there, they really ain't gonna come out. So, oh yeah, and also we got the vise back here. It's just hot glued. I'll probably lose that if I don't get a screw in there. So I'm gonna try to drill a screw through there because I want to kind of keep that. I like that. The chain, and I guess that's about the last thing here. We got my chain is just kind of zip tied up here. Did it in a way to where they would just kind of flop around. Oops. Try to anyway. Sometimes they get all around and behind stuff, whatever, but I just pull them all out and do my thing. Chicken wing. Come on, get up there. Some of them are longer than others. I just kind of do them up there. There's that. You know what? Let's go ahead and power it on for a second so I can show you the lights and stuff. And also, I still ain't figured out where I'm going to mount these. I haven't put the covers on these yet. There's like a ring that goes around the face, but I'm thinking one on each side, like right up here on the roll bar facing backwards. I can point them down at the bed while we're driving, light up the whole bed. That wouldn't be a bad idea. It wouldn't glare on the camera either. It would just be lighting up the truck. We might put those in tonight. Been through all this. I would like to finish up that. That's about all that's left right now. So, let me get a battery plugged in. So, alright, now, again, we're running this old basic 2-channel red cat remote. I need to get at least a 3-channel. That's what the receiver is. And I can slide this up to get to the winch buttons, which is awesome. I can cover it. Now, my hands are not quite big enough to reach the steering and the trigger comfortably, so when I go to reverse, I have to push from down under here. Otherwise, I got to move my thumb, and I can't steer barely. I'm going to come up with something else on that. So there's that. Let's see, what side does this turn on from? Over here or over there? I think it's over there. Boom, boom, boom. This thing's pretty awesome. I know that. Get my finger in there. Boom. Oh, yeah. I like it a lot. So there you go. Look at them lights. They're pretty bright too. Now I know it don't match the whole yellow theme. That was kind of my point. I wanted the old lights to look like old lights. I wanted the fog lights to look like new lights. So, and also be able to see a little bit at night. Now, oh well, now I got it in the air. I can actually do the whole try to get the lights working thing correctly. What I did was wired them up to the throttle. I mentioned it before. I don't have a channel for them, so when you wire them to the throttle, you can Some trucks you double tap reverse. This one you seem to have to go reverse and then forward. They'll come on. The same to change them. You go reverse and then forward, and it will change settings. Well, alright y'all, before we take this thing apart to put these shocks on, we probably should go ahead and check it out on a flat surface and see how it leans, stuff like that. I love the stand. That's badass. Squeaky. So, what I'm going to do is take it over to the pool table. We're going to just see how bad these shocks lean. Again, I haven't tuned them. I haven't tried to adjust them. This is the way they came out of the box. We got room right here. We don't have to do it nowhere else. So, I have lowered them back down, though. The day I took it out on the trail, I adjusted them up. And that was really bad. When you're down, it's not as bad. Let's see. I mean, they're pretty good shocks, but I think if they were tuned with oil, maybe it'd be better. But this one over here, I must have tuned harder than this one. This one stays drooped when it goes down. This one over here comes back up. So I must have more preload, or it's just working different. But my point is, I want to see just how easy it bobbles. Now, that's about all I need to see. That, and just how quick when I raise it. You notice however quick I raise it, the tires stay on the ground until they're extended. See. I guarantee when I'm done, I put the other ones on. When I bring it down here and I go like that, they're going to come up in the air and still be going down on their own, at their own pace after I raise it that fast. So they're not even leaving the ground unless I go higher. I guarantee the other ones are not going to be like that. They're going to move slow and they're going to be awesome. Let's get her done. Isn't it funny how when you buy a $20 set of shocks, they're already ready to go. All you do is put oil in, put them on the truck. But when you pay $60 and more, you got to assemble them things piece by piece first. So I like buying the ones that like these. Now, again, these are 20 bucks and they do not leak. At least I'm confident in saying before I even put oil in these, I'm saying that. Because I've already said how many I've had before. I don't remember now, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5 already plus these now. This makes 6. If not 7. But anyway, none of the other ones have leaked yet. So I don't think these will either. Let me get now these stands that you hold the car on. I was just talking about the one I just bought here. Some of them have it set up to where you can hold your shocks and everything and fill them. But this one here, unless that's what this side's, no. You can't really hold these ones. It'd be cool if they did. But no, not this particular kind of shock. Some shocks you can put on the other stands. So, alright, I wanted to show you guys now. One of the reasons that these shocks work for me just as good as the Desert Lizards, the way I set those up, is because with Desert Lizard, you got your option on which plunger to use right here. You can have 1 hole, 2, 3, or 4. I always run the plunger that has 2 holes on the Desert Lizard shocks. Well, this one comes stock with a 2-hole plunger already on it. So that explains why the movement is similar once I put the same oil in them both. Now, these don't have an internal hidden spring. The spring is on the bottom. And it's not a very strong one, which is the way I like it. It comes with another set of springs, which I believe there's not a big difference in the strength. But you can actually run 2 of them on there, because on my Police Blazer, I doubled the back ones up so that I could haul trailer around and it wouldn't sag too much. So now, see if I got enough oil in here to get these things all filled up. That's going to be the hard part, because I'm almost out. And I fill these up to just below where the threads start at usually. And then I'll start checking them. But usually, if I go all the way to the thread, it'll be too much. You kind of want it to be about probably an 1/8 inch below that thread. It's hard to see without a light or something, but I have a bad feeling I'm gonna run out of oil. Because these are pretty big shocks. There we go. Dang it. I don't know, man. It's gonna be a close one. I'm gonna end up with 3 shocks with oil in them and I'm gonna run out. I guarantee it. I never use a tool on these either to tighten them. We go hand tight every time. So they don't feel too bad. You see how it jumps up right there? Right there? That means it's not full of oil. It's coming out of the oil. Boom. So, touch more. But not much, just a touch. A touch too much. Oops. Trying to not get to where I have to drain any. I hate it when I overfill and have to drain it. Whatever this is, we're going to kind of call it good for now until I get all the other ones with oil, because I don't want to not be able to fill them, one of them up, even if I have to be a little bit light right now on oil. I got to order some, I know that. Now, if you overfill them, you'll know, but you won't be able to compress them, or it'll be really hard. So right now, that's about perfect right there. I love the slow shocks. So we're going to call that one good. Let's find out if I can fill all these babies up or not. I'm kind of worried that it ain't going to happen, but we'll see. We might get lucky. So I won't make you sit here and wait for that. Alright, y'all. We got lucky. There's how much oil I got left. I mean, I could probably do one more shock. And that's it. But we got them filled. Definitely got to order another bottle. I need to go ahead and order a few different types. I've been using 90 weight for so long because it's just been perfect for me. And I think I'm going to order some that like some 70, some 80. You know, just kind of mix it up a little bit. But I've been happy with the way that works. So now it's time to get this baby apart. Let's go ahead and pull the body off of it. Oh wait, I almost pulled the body off before I pulled the ropes off, or the things. Crap, I got to give a big shout out to a viewer. Well, if you happen to see this video, you know who you are. I forgot to look at your name again. I lost one of these on a video doing a night run a while back, and he commented on the what time in the video that it popped off there, and I went out there and I found it. So, thanks, buddy. Now then, let's get this baby off there. I love this thing. Oops. Whammo. So now then, I haven't never taken the tires or anything off of this bad boy, so this is my first time really working on it. Now, I'm pretty positive that you can put locking differentials on the straight axles. And right here's where they go. It's pretty obvious that they left that part set up for you. This is the same as the Pro chassis. It's just, you gotta take the nut off there first. The only difference is the straight axle and less features. But you can add them all on there from what I've seen. I may have to do that. I kind of want to put the locking differentials on this thing. Where's my tool? Oh, there it is. I don't want to drag this out too long, but let's see just how hard it is to change the shock real quick. I'm going to order some wheels for this. Batrazzi's. I like the Batrazzi wheels. I'm going to go ahead and get the ones that look just like these, but they're aluminum. I think you might have brass weights on the inside. So now, let me go ahead and switch back to my tool. I don't know which way the top screw goes just yet. I got to look and see. Where is the top screw for the shock? Does it go this way or this way? Do you have to take the fender off to change the shocks on here? Yep. Looks like we got to take the fender off in order to change the shocks. Well, ain't that something? How many screws? 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's just get her done. I didn't realize that. And this holds the wire. A little piece just fell off there. I don't know if there's a screw on the back of these or what. So this is kind of a pain. I thought I was just going to go right in here and take a screw out. Get over here. Come on. So there was a screw that fell out of the back of there, I believe. Probably went all up in the frame there or something, but that's all right. So there. Nothing's ever just easy, is it? And they still go through the front to get to there? Jeez. So now we got to go to a different tool just to get to it. Let's just do this until we get it loose. These screws, I have bad luck with stripping screws on everything I ever have, and this is already acting up. So we're going to try to do this by hand and get this thing out of here. And we're going to replace it with a new screw already. So alright, I got the front ones on, and let me show you the difference on, here's the back. I'm going to raise them up and then let go. See that? Just boom. So I let go, they drop. Try to do this where you can still see. Raise them up. Look how long it takes them to go down. Raise them up. That's what I'm talking about. So now, unfortunately, like I said, you got to take the inner fenders off in order to change the shocks, which is kind of a bummer, but not a big deal. So, all right, y'all, we got them all on there. It's going to drop the ride height, which with these small tires, I think that's going to be perfect. It might hang up on some stuff, but look at this when I push them up and let go. Look how long they take to come down. I love that. Now again, it's probably going to ride all the way down once the weight's on it and it's on the ground. But that keeps them from being so tippy anyway. Let's go ahead and check it out without the stand first. Oh yeah, I like how it just drifts down. You see that? Raise it up and then be like, ooh, just settles. I like that. So here's the problem probably, because this is a heavy body, I'm going to tell you now. Oh, I want to show you something else too. Sometimes I think I figure things out for people. No. The gas cans or the water cans on the top, I'm pretty sure I know why they're there. Because it's hard to get the body to click unless you go. I think they put those there for that reason, so you can just smack them down and get the body latched. Alright, we got a problem already. We're going to have to double the suspension. Look at that thing. I kind of like that. What do you guys? I should have got the 100 millimeters apparently. I like it, but dang, I don't know, man. How bad we're going to rub. Unless I go and put both shocks or change the springs. Dang it, I wish I'd have checked that first. Well, no big deal. I bet she would be so stable. But I kind of like the look right now. I mean, there's something that I'm digging it. I ain't gonna lie. Man, I'll tell you what, the back looks like it would clear even. The back is fine. It's gonna be the front that gives me the problems. Yeah, for sure. I'm not gonna cut them fenders for that, but dang, it looks good down there like that. So, okay guys, since it's down like that, I think that's where we're gonna leave it for a while. We're gonna try it out here in an upcoming video, and then I might put double springs on there. You'll see what I mean by that when it comes time. You can literally coil them together and it will work. So, but since she's not quite finished, we might as well call in a tow truck to come hook up and see how she does. Boom, baby. I wish I had a sound simulator in here. Wouldn't that be cool? Alright, we'll see how that goes, huh? Might want to move you guys out of the way, you little annoyed. Let's see, can I do this like this? Alright. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah. Little turd. Let's see what she thinks of this. Better pull forward just a little bit. Think I could get it up on top here? That'd be kind of fun. It's pretty cool though. You gotta hand it to it. It's pretty cool. Dun, dun, dun. So now we know it works, which we knew it would. I'll just I don't know about this. Look at her looking at it like she's really focused. She's looking at it like, what are you doing? You're gonna run it over. I don't know where we're going now, but think we can get back off there without losing it. And make it back over to the thing. Nice. Sorry, y'all. It's another late night. This is where we're at on the two projects, and I love them both. I'm sure these front tires are going to rub when we get to trailing with it, so probably sometime tomorrow I'll go ahead and put the other spring on there. We'll see, but I mean, I love the low ride of this truck right now. Here's where it used to sit, something like that. But watch this. It's like hydraulics in it. I mean, I love these shocks and that oil. I don't know, man. We're going to try it out like it is. I mean, it still has the flex and everything. It just rides down low. That's all. Good clearance. You can see the links are going upward instead. That's nice. So anyway, time to wrap it up. I'm tired. I got to quit doing these late night videos. Ain't that right, Pepper? So let me know in the comments what you think of the tow truck project. Again, the main reason I've done that, just to show what you can do with one of the cheapest trucks you can get. I mean, it's a $250 truck. You know, you can add what you want to it. You don't have to do the upgrades on the electronics. You can just do all the bells and whistles and make it look good. It still performs good. So anyway, just let me know what you think. And let me know what you think about dropping this thing all the way down. I love the way it looks. Can't wait to find out how bad it performs, but we'll see. I'm going to take it up to the cliffs, hit the trails. So until then, please like, subscribe, click on those links in the description. I could use all the support I can get. Things are slowing way down for me. Yeah, and I appreciate all of you guys. Catch you on the next one. Peace. Say bye, Taco. I called her Taco. It's Pepper.